Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up. Also got some goods stored here that might... I thought about it, but I figured that it's not a bad thing to believe that you come from a line of lions. Even if the truth is... Our family's belief that we were wronged. It gave us strength to make something of ourselves. Haven't heard a peep from him. Seems to like keeping to himself, but I keep telling the children to stay away from the tower. Certain.
You're the warden? My family owes you. Any weapons I make, I will sell you for a discount. This is star metal. If you give this to me, I will craft for you a thing of legend. Nothing. My family owes you much. And so it shall be. It is done. I call this blade Starfang. May it serve you well. I must rest after my exertion.
On it.
Orzammar lies this way, no? They make golems in such a place, do they not?
You have some kind of problem? Oh? What was it? I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of... Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy it like new? Oh, here and there. Look, that's really... Ooh.
Ooh, shiny. So I am led to understand that the sister is...
Oh, you wish to talk to me? It's not your business. But like my father, the assembly says...
That's not right.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children... Twice a year. I'm confined. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't... Best of...
Bloody dwarves will argue themselves into poverty if they aren't careful.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled. Any dwarf who chooses to walk topside chooses to be excluded.
You better not let some pissant in after refusing Loghain's messenger.
Wait, look at me. You're the brand who dishonored the Proving. Trust you to be ignorant of our tragedy. Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Wait. Who are you to speak for Ferelden? You're no messenger to Loghain, that's for certain.
Thank the ancestors.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And what was that you said? A filthy brand? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. I will at that. I'm a messenger of King Loghain.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
Let's get started.
The Grey Warden shall pay!
you were more careful, that wouldn't happen.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Fair journeys, Warden. Fair journeys, Warden.
If there is anything complimentary to be said about these people, it is that they possess a remarkable facility.
Now that's a stone beauty, daughter. If you were... Let's get started.
Bread, for the love of Paragon. If only you had come in a less troubled time.
Step back, Brand. Call yourself Warden, but the Paragons in this hall should not have to suffer the sight of you. Leave me. Leave me.
This should be easy enough.
May the ancestors look kindly upon Atrust Vala. May the ancestors look kindly.
The Swamp Witch has a great deal in common with my former master.
The Swamp Witch? How original.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Do not speak that way about the man who should be king! I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. Viet! I have enough crime without some castless carrying weapons in the city. Your actions risk pain of death. Name yourself! The Grey Warden recruit? They said you were a brand, but I thought it a joke. Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want? Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here. Are you sure you're still a dwarf? Ancestors have patience. If Bronca could hear this. Well, I wouldn't be standing in dried blood. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate. Yes, you
Good day to you. Good day to you.
Do you miss the life you once had, Shao? These centuries of memories you had lost? like... well...
I trust Vala.
I don't remember that far back. Can't wait to watch Piotr fight.
Wouldn't it be great if Balin fought Harrowmont and approving?
I heard a bunch of Harrowmont supporters dropped out at the last minute.
Can you believe how many families are supporting Balin?
Welcome to... you? What are you doing here? Did the Grey Wardens realize what a poor choice they made? Yes, as you no doubt know, Prince Balin called approving in his father's honor. It begins this afternoon, and yes, as a Grey Warden, you cannot be barred from entering. Come back when we open if you wish to repeat your dubious triumph. Perhaps today, the ancestors will be less whimsical. We're opening the roster in a few hours.
I heard a bunch of Harrowmont supporters dropped out at the last minute.
Let's get started.
I would still like to know how the Swamp Witch learns its forms.
Eager, are you not? Does the golem wish to become human after all?
I'm sorry. Did you have an I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them. My name is Vilda, widow of Turak of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Rak. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself. A warden. So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Watch out for that puddle of... whatever it is.
A brand in the Commons. And outfitted like a topsider, no less. Good! Let people see Castless have a purpose. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not. I'll take your gold.
Prince Balin is... My brother was supposed to have a proving today, but they're too far
Ancestor
schedule.
Ancestor smile on you.
Maker's blessing on you, sister. Ah, it's a great pleasure to meet a fellow believer. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
god of
the great paragon Branka will never return.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too.
Common nugs? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Good on you, stranger.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell. Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn. Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I trust Vala, my nug raglan.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying? Right. Yeah, I have some luck. I'm only asking.
A fine gift. You have my thanks. What have you there? A mirror? You could not know it, but I possessed something very similar long ago. I stole such a mirror from a village, and Flemeth was enraged at my carelessness. She destroyed it, much to my dismay. It is incredible that you found one so like it. I am uncertain what to say. You say that as if I should be accustomed to such a thing. I suppose I should say thank you.
I actually was talking to your companions, or are you from the surface too? I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to—
She's so enthusiastic and
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be—
can't believe it. I heard a dwarven Grey Warden came to Orzammar and I couldn't help but hope. Look at you. My little sister. A battle-scarred veteran. And with quite the unusual entourage. Can you imagine? As of last month, I'm a royal concubine to House Iduken. They've moved Mother and me into the palace. You could fit our whole neighborhood just in the bathing room. I wish you could meet little Endrin, but they don't let me bring him outside the royal nursery. Mother is... Mother. We have everything we could want now, but... Well, you know what they say. You can't leave Dusttown if you always take it with you. And I haven't seen Lesky since he left. Balin doesn't like me spending time off the estate. Can you believe it? My son is an Iduken. The future king of Orzammar spends his nights in my bed. Barat was a toad, but I have to thank him for teaching me to read, dance, massage, and whatever else Balin sees in me. Of course not. His wife will be queen. But my son is a prince. Your nephew could sit on the throne of Orzammar. Then you've heard. This Lord Harrowmont is a terrible man. Balin told me all about him. Balin thinks his brother and Lord Harrowmont conspired to frame him for Trian's murder. He's lucky he caught his brother red-handed. When the king sent him away, Balin cried for weeks. Tell me you don't believe these horrible rumors. Thank you. It's been a little scary, I have to confess. Some people are so angry with him. They'd come after us if they could. But this isn't why you're back, is it? All the news from the surface says terrible things are happening. Darkspawn attacks and a civil war among the humans. Ancestors, save us. I was afraid you'd say that. I hate this. Until there's a king, the Assembly would let the world collapse rather than bow to anyone's better judgment. But I can introduce you to Vartag Gavorn. He's Balin's chief lieutenant. He could help you if anyone could. Vartag spends most of his time at the Assembly. I'll meet you there. He's more likely to listen if I introduce you. They say I'm Balin's favorite.